So as promised, Fat Friends, this is my reaction to the first class of 2021. The respiratory system. Yeah, that's it.
Alright guys, so now time for the real reaction. After 14 days of class, because we had Martin Luther King in there as a holiday, we had about 45 class hours with an additional 6 class hours of laboratory for the respiratory system. 6 professors teaching us about the respiratory system, everything from microbiology, physiology, anatomy, radiology, how to intubate patients. That was pretty intense. So, overall, I have a good feeling about the class. The professors were extremely well versed in the material. They presented the material in a way that I could understand it. They were able to answer questions and did answer questions outside of class. The most stressful part for me was we had to do a research paper, and they gave it to us when they assigned it at the beginning of the semester, but they didn't really explain it until the end of the second week. So we had about a week to do it. And since I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I literally could only start it Monday morning and had to turn it in by Friday evening. That was intense. Through that process, I ended up losing my entire document after I thought I was almost done. Luckily for me, Google Docs was able to recover it. I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have just cried. But that paper is still sitting out there, waiting to be graded by the professor. And even with that paper not graded, I can say that I've met my goal so far, and I have a solid B in the class. If that paper gets most of the points, I might be able to pull myself up to whatever the next letter grade is in the class. We also, that same week, ended up doing a case presentation where we were given a case of an animal, given their blood work, some history, and we had to present that case as if we were a resident already, presenting it to our superiors, trying to interpret that blood work. That was, and I think it's a really good thing, because we're starting to understand what normal is as well as what abnormal we need to look out for. And those are the kind of activities I really enjoy, because it feels like hands-on even though it's not. It's the same thing that we'll be doing in our clinical programs, just without the PowerPoint. So I'll be happy to do more of those. We're going to be moving into the immunology section next. Immunology and hematology, hematography, blood, immunology and blood. Throughout the respiratory course, we focused on 4 main animals: the cat, the dog, the horse, and the cow. These are the big 4 animals that most veterinary schools are going to focus on for any specific class, because it is either what we work on the most as veterinarians, or because they are the best models for what we're going to do. Veterinarians do a lot of cattle, but cattle are ruminants, and so all ruminants can fall under our anatomy physiology for ruminants. So like goats and even sometimes pigs are considered in that category, depending on what system we're looking at. Equine, obviously, large animals such as horses, they get into some exotics there. Donkeys, mules, zebras, they're all going to fall under that category. You're not going to have many people working on bears, but you might have somebody working on them. But that's not really what we're doing. That's what residency is for afterwards, if we decide to focus on exotic medicine. So anyway, that's it for me. yeah, my rating of these professors overall is going to be definitely in the A category. I'm going to put together a list at the very end of this semester that I'll put together, S tier, A tier, just a tier list of how I felt all of my classes stacked up. And this has nothing to do with how I personally did in the class. It's how the professors taught the class and how they made us understand the material, how active they were in teaching, and how they were able to really communicate the concepts through this. Right now, this being the first class that I'm reviewing, I'm going to say it's an A. I might change my mind by the end of the semester. We'll see what happens and where I put all these classes overall. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.